Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to COBOL program, where we will learn how we can fetch the count of the delimiter that has processed to fetch the value. If you remember, in our previous session, we discussed about the unstring statement. So this session is in the continuation of the same, where we will see, just assume a scenario. We are using the unstring to fetch or to break down the string into multiple variables, right? So at the same time, we also want to fetch the count of all the delimiter value that is processed for fetching the output. So to get this information, what we will use the unstring itself, but this time we will use unstring with telling. Now what is telling, how we can use it, what syntax we are supposed to follow for fetching the count of this thing we will discuss with one example. So to explain each and everything in a simpler way, I have already created one example, so I'll just quickly walk you through this program. And before we start, I just want to tell you one thing, like if you have not covered the previous session, then I request you to please go and check out the previous sessions first, because these all sessions are in a proper sequence and sync. So if you refer session sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic. Okay, because for now we are just focusing on the main topic, which is our unstring with telling keyword, and other thing like positioning, how we are supposed to position the things, and how we are supposed to declare a division block. So these all things you can for these all things you can refer the previous session, because there we have already covered all these things in detail. So for now, let's focus on the main topic, which is unstring with telling keyword. So for that, I'm just taking option 2 over here for the program that I have already created. Fine. So here, like those who are directly referring this session, so I just give you a quick recap for the topic that we have already discussed, which is identification division. Now, what is identification division? Identification division is mainly used to store the program identity related information that that is related to program identity. That means here you can see we have program ID. So what program ID is denoting? It is denoting program name. So you can see test pgm1 is a program name. Then we have author. Why we are using author? Author is denoting author name, which is text Sharmit. Okay, similarly, like if you want to showcase other information as well, for example modification log detail, so for all these things would come under this identification division block. Okay, so this is the block where we will store all these information. Now just after this identification division block, we have initiated the comment line. So you can see here 5 6 7 3, these three lines are the commented line. And to declare these comment line, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to put asterisk on 7th position. So you can count from here 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So this is the 7th position, and here you can see we have put the asterisk, and after asterisk whatever you will be write here will be considered as a comment. If your comments are not coming in a white color, no problem, like I have set it some other functionality in order to implement this. So if it is without color, then also it is okay, because if you are putting asterisk on 7th position, then after that whatever you will write will be considered as a comment. Now why we are using comment? We are using comment just to show you the topic name, which is unstring with the delimiters. Okay, so this is all about the comments, and after that from line number 9 we have initiated the data division. Now what is data division? Data division, inside this data division we have declared working storage section. So whatever program variable you are going to utilize in your program will be declared under this working storage section itself. Okay, there might be like there might be multiple variables which you are going to utilize for your program development, right? So all those variables will be declared under this this working storage section. So for this specific example, what we need at least 5 variables. So I have declared all those 5 variables here itself. So let's see one by one each variable and also understand the requirement at the same time. The first variable we are declaring here is 01 str pic x of 40. where 01 is denoting the level number, higher data hierarchy. str is denoting the variable name or data name. So whenever you want to access this variable, you will use this name. Then we have PIC. What PIC is denoting? Picture clause. Then x of 40. X of 40 means alphanumeric 40. That means this variable can hold up to 40 characters alphanumeric variable values. Then we are using one optional clause, which is value clause. So here you can see value clause, and we have initialized. So as I mentioned always that this is an optional clause, but yes, you can utilize it when you want to initialize some value to it. Otherwise you can skip it. So here you can see for only two variable we have used value clause. For others we have kept blank. Okay, so let's see what value we have initialized here, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Now let's understand the requirement. Here you can see each and every data is separated with a hyphen. Now the requirement is that we want to unstring these variable into multiple variable on the basis of hyphens. So this thing we have already covered in previous session. Till that this portion we have already know like how we can use unstring. If you have not watched that session, you can simply go and check out that session first, because this thing we have already discussed, right? Now another requirement is that we want to fetch we want to break down this string on the basis of hyphen delimiter, but at the same time we also want a count, exact count, like how many delimiter are processed to fetch those value. So this is the new topic for us. Then in the upcoming line you will see like how we are getting the count as well. Okay, so first thing is that we are going to break down and store it into some variable. So we need some variable. So here I'm declaring the variable from line number 13 to line number 16. So let's see what value, how we are declaring the first variable, second variable, which is 01 str1 pic x of 10, where 01 is denoting the higher data hierarchy. Then str1 is data name or variable name. Then we have pic x of 10, which is alphanumeric 10. And here we don't want to initialize any value because this value we will retrieve through the unstring variable. Okay, so I just declared it like this. Then we will declare another variable, same pattern, just the data name is changed, which is now str2 x of 10 means alphanumeric 10. Then we have third variable str3 pic x of 10, which is alphanumeric 10. And then the fourth variable, fifth variable from the sequence, which is 01 delimiter count pick 9. Now what is 9? 9 is denoting numeric, and if we are not providing any size, that means it will hold only one digit numeric value, and we have initialized it with 0. So if you don't want to initialize, you can skip this part, otherwise you can, but it's always better to initialize some value so that it will not, there is no chance of garbage value. Okay, so this variable delimiter count we will use to store the count that is processed, or the delimiter count which is processed for fetching the value. Okay, so these are the 5 variables that we need for implementing today's demo program. So let's see what logic we have written over here. So now I'm moving directly to line number 18 for procedure division, and under this procedure division we will write the main logic. So here you can see on line number 20 we are using unstring keyword. So this is unstring str. Unstring is a keyword, str is a variable name in which the main data is stored. Then we have delimited by hyphen. Okay, so what it will do, it will delimit the string, entire string with hyphen, then into str1 str2 str3. So whatever output you will get from this will be stored into multiple variable. And so far, like as of now, I just want to fetch 3 values, so that's why I have declared 3 variables. But it is up to you, like if you want to fetch more variables, more value, then you can declare variable accordingly. But in this example we are just fetching 3 values, so I just passed str1 str2 str3. Now don't stop it here, because so far whatever we discussed in previous session, we stopped the process here. But in this example we will keep another line which is telling. So what telling will do, it will count the value and store it into this delimiter count. So this is the syntax, telling and delimiter count, and then the output would get stored here in this delimiter count. After that we are just displaying the output. So display str1 colon, which is a hard-coded string. Then we are attaching it with variable str1 str2 str3, and likewise we have printed the delimiter count value with the variable delimiter count. So you can see the variable can be also be declared with hyphen. Okay, Even in COBOL, most of the time people use this pattern to declare the variable. So after line number 31, it will print all the output, and then we are using stop run to terminate the program or stop the processing of the program. So let's compile it and call it. So after a call, you can see that it is printing str1, str2, str3, and delimiter count, which is 3. So this is exactly what we are expecting from the output, and this is showing the counter, like how many delimiter values processed. So it is up to you, like if you want to delimit it with some other character, that will also get considered while counting the delimiter value. For example, if instead of hyphen you want to delimit it with hash, so you can here is you will find the counter of hash value, that is process for fetching the information. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today's session. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.